When the last half hour we told you about the Florida Highway Patrol's stepped up efforts to crack down on street racing. This follows a crash involving street racing that left an 11-year-old girl dead. And joining us live to talk more about their efforts is FHP Lieutenant Kim Montes. Always good to talk to you, Kim. How are you?
Good morning and happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Kim. You're the sweetest. So this story really broke a lot of hearts in this city. So many people were just so shocked to hear this 11-year-old girl died in this crash. Tell us, first of all, a little bit about what happened in the crash.
So what witnesses tell us on Friday night on US 192 in Osceola County, a Toyota RAV4 was just driving on 192, and witnesses say that a Dodge Charger and a Kia Optima were engaged in a street race. That Dodge Charger then ran into the back of that Toyota RAV4 with such force, it basically just moved the rear of the car to the front of the car, and 11-year-old girl sitting in the back seat was killed.
Oh, gosh. And Kim, we're looking at the pictures right now. It's hard to imagine that anyone survived the crash. We know that there were two women in the front seat. Do we know how they're doing?
They are recovering. You know, the 11-year-old girl's mother was driving, so not only is she recovering from her injuries, but she's now having to deal with the loss of her child.
So I can't imagine. Kim, you guys put out a tweet talking about just all the efforts you guys have been making over the last year to try to stop something like this. And you called this 100% preventable, which it is. Talk to me about those efforts of FHP.
So, you know, over the last 10 years, we've seen street racing go up and down, typically when movies come out. But really in the last year, we have seen an uptick, not only in Orange County, but in Osceola County. And FHP, our midnight guys and our auxiliary troopers have been actively almost every night seeking out those drivers who are illegally street racing and putting us at risk, writing hundreds of tickets, taking a ton of people to jail, and also working the crashes where people are racing and causing other injuries.
So, you know, a lot of times we'll see something, right? We're out on the road and we think, gosh, I wish there was a trooper here right now. What do you do if you see something like this and you want to report it?
So absolutely. And we need the public's help. That is how we get to these people who are putting us at risk, because we can't be everywhere. So we encourage people to call Star FHP, star 347 on your phone. It's a free call, and tell us exactly what you're seeing. Dispatchers will walk you through and to get us to the area to shut it down and to possibly issue tickets or make arrests. But we do need the public's help on this.
Lieutenant, what happens to these street racers? What types of punishment are we talking about? Do we need stronger punishments? And obviously, in this particular case, we have a child who has died. I imagine the punishment is much worse.
So over the last several years, legislators have stepped up and increased the penalties and increased the ramifications for these drivers who partake in this. So it's anything from a criminal citation all the way up to a felony arrest. And we want those street racers to realize that not only is FHP, but other agencies are out there actively trying to shut this down. So our penalties have increased over the last several years. It's a matter of proving a lot of times the engagement. And that's where witnesses are so important, especially in crashes, to articulate to troopers what they saw prior to the collision.
Well, we so appreciate what you guys are doing to try to end this, and hopefully people are at home listening right now. Lieutenant Kim Montes with Florida Highway Patrol, thank you as always for your service to our community.